and it opens up into my uterus. My uterus is just one, it's an open canal, okay? So for a sonohystogram, they put a catheter through the cervix, On the end of it, there's like a little balloon. That balloon, we fill not with air, but with water, okay? Because if it's air, what's gonna happen? We're not gonna be able to see anything but the bulb, okay? But with water, it keeps it from coming out. And we use normal, just regular saline, okay? Now, HSGs. HSGs, there's two kinds. There's one for infertility, that is an X-ray exam. They use allographing. Do they still use that, or do you know?
I think it was using saline. Fluoride. They usually use it in fluoride.
Yeah, but I thought they used sialographine or something like that. Whatever they use for the parotids. But I don't know about that. In X-ray, they want to see the dye empty out into the adnexa to show that the tubes are open. X-ray, we don't care about that. We only want to see the inside of my uterus. Okay, we want to see the inside of my uterus. So what we do is we put water in there so we can see the inside of the uterus. Okay. Okay, so this is my vagina. This is my internal os of the cervix. Okay? I mean external. External. Okay? Because it's next to the vagina. Okay? This is my internal os. And sorry, I'm left-handed. Turn os of the cervix. Okay? This is the lower uterine segment. Another name is the isthmus. We call it the lower uterine segment, LUS. Okay? This is the body. And this is the fundus. Okay. This is the perimetrium. Or the serosa. This is the myometrium. This is the endometrium. Okay. This is an opening. It's just a canal. It's just a canal. It's just a canal. And then it's going to go to that ovary, and it's going to go to that ovary. It's going to go into a fallopian tube, into a fallopian tube. So, when I put that water in here, okay, I'm only going to take it to the internal os. Okay, I'm going to take the speculum out, because you have to take the speculum out or your transducer can't fit in there with it. Okay, so this has two tubes, two syringes. Okay, it has two syringes. Both of them have water. One of these is going to go to a balloon full of water. Okay, and then you just clamp it off. So that way it doesn't, the water doesn't drain back out. Yes.
I'm with you.
Okay. This one is full of water. This water is gonna go through this catheter, and it's gonna fill up my uterus. So I can see the inside of my uterus. Eventually, it's gonna drain through the fallopian tubes. So it's always best to have multiple syringes of water available. Because sometimes it drains out immediately, and sometimes you have time to do your imaging. Any other questions?
I guess I missed the beginning. What procedure is this? What is this for?
A histosalpingogram. A histosalpingogram. Or an HSG. HSG. Okay? If I wanted to draw, so this is a sagittal view. And if I wanted to do this view, okay, here's my, what is this? External os, because it's next to the vagina. Internal os, because it's next to it's inside the uterus. And it's gonna go like this. Okay? This is gonna be my what side? Left ovary, and then right ovary. Okay? That's the coronal view. Okay. Now there's some defects that one of the things they talked about in there was a septate uterus, or a septate in chapter 2. They talked about a septate. Okay? So if my canal met really low in the lower uterine segment, my pregnancy is going to be very high risk. Okay? Because what happens is if it implants here, there's no blood supply. Because the uterus is septated. So there's no blood supply. You can also have a septate in your vagina. Okay, a lot of these things we're not gonna find out about until we start menses. Menses is when a woman starts her period every 28 days. But now they're saying 28 days is really not true. And that is true. We can only have a norm. Okay, some women have a period every 21 days. Some people have a period every 35 days. You know, you just never know. Some women don't ever have a period, but once or twice a year. Okay? So, but that's one of the things and what it's going to do. Now, this area right here is called the cornua. If a pregnancy happens there, you have to have a hysterectomy because of there's so much blood supply. If you have a pregnancy that implants into the cervix, that's a hysterectomy also. Okay? Because of the blood supply. Because if it ruptured, then the mother could bleed to death.
So what do? They just take it out?
Just hysterectomy.
Just
Hysterectomy, is that?
No questions.
Is that,
You know what a hysterectomy is?
they remove it.
you remove your uterus, yeah.
Remove it.
Okay. Now, how we